This is the JJO Morning Show podcast with Johnny and D. Listen, rate, subscribe.
All right, we're heading to Massachusetts.
Oh, geez, it's beautiful in the fall.
A family of Hingham High School student is suing the school after the student was accused of cheating when he used AI to help complete a paper.
Oh.
This case could now spark changes at schools across the state. Parents Jennifer and Dale Harris said Hingham High School teachers, administrators, and the school district have unfairly punished their son after he used AI on a history paper. Now, I know what you all are thinking. I read the headline too, and my eyes rolled, and I was like, these assholes. But just listen. Weak. That was weak
That was
and
horrible.
sad.
If you're going to do it,
That's
get
right.
it all over the microphone.
That's right.
Yo, sissy. God.
All right. They told us our son cheated on a paper, which is not what happened, Jennifer said. The Harris family said the Hingham High School handbook never mentioned the use of AI until this incident with their son, and that they added language regarding AI to the handbook this year. They basically punished him for a rule that doesn't exist.
Yeah, but it's like a ghostwriter, isn't it?
Hold on.
Oh, I can.
Jennifer, who is a writer, and her husband Dale, who is a school teacher, so that's key information, are well aware of the debate of AI. Their lawsuit said that their son only used AI as a tool to do research and not to actually write the damn paper. The school saw it differently, punishing him with detention, and his grades suffered as a result. This meant he wasn't allowed into the National Honor Society, and now he's at risk of not getting into his top choice schools.
Uh-oh.
He's a super smart kid. He's like got a perfect score in the ACTs.
Oh.
So it's not like he's a dummy. Why would he need to use AI to write the paper?
Yeah.
He wouldn't, right? So in my lay opinion, they violated his civil rights, Dale said. They treated him and punished him more severely than other students. Probably because he's a dork. Anyway, perfect score on the ACTs, and he's looking into going to Stanford or MIT or some of the other top schools. Jennifer added, he missed the opportunity already for rolling admissions. Their lawyer said their case shows that there should be policies around using AI in schools. There's a wide gulf of information out there that says AI isn't plagiarism, says their lawyer, Peter Farrell.
Oh, what is that? Name sound familiar.
Perry Farrell.
Oh, Perry Farrell.
The Harris family said they now want the school to update and change its AI policies so that they are more clear. I'd also like to put in place an AI policy that makes sense, Jennifer says, that the teachers understand and that they can articulate to the students. You can't undo some of these punishments that you already made them redo the paper. You can't undo the Saturday detention, but there are some things that you can fix right now and do the right thing. They are correct.
I'm going to ask a stupid question.
Okay. We're all used to it. Go on.
Is AI only as good as what you feed into it, or does AI find an algorithm and just start literally thinking for itself yet? I don't think we're there yet.
Yeah, we are.
Are we?
AI.
I mean, I'm just saying his sources. So if he was doing research on AI, only research, isn't AI only as good as what's fed into AI? Into wherever the source was that he got it from?
No. AI feeds from everything.
Everything. It's the Matrix.
It's everything.
God damn it. I knew it.
Yeah.
I knew it.
Yeah.
So where are we at with this?
I agree with them. There should be a more clear policy on it for sure. And clearly the kid didn't use AI to write the paper. It did affect him. Is he going to be fine? Probably. Is he going to get into a school that he wants to get into? Probably.
What was the paper on again? Did you know?
History, it said.
History. Well, I mean, whatever. You can't rewrite history.
Right. And it's...
I mean, AI's going to have a... Can AI write your paper proper if you wanted to? Sure.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
It can. But there's also ways that they can...
And the way...
Oh, my God.
The way...
I wish AI could slap you right upside the face right now.
Find somebody with the initials AI and have them come in here and beat the hell out of me. Arnold Istanbul, please report to the studio. So, oh, crap, what was I going to say?
Uh-huh.
You distracted me.
Oh,
your AI talk.
good.
So the way you would compare if AI wrote it or this kid wrote it is they know how this kid writes, and then his writing style would completely change.
They have. I'm not sure how they're.
It's like somebody else writing your paper for you.
Right. But I'm not sure how the schools do it, but they do have a way to tell that if that AI wrote your paper.
If it sounds too intelligent.
So I'm not sure how they do it.
Yeah, but they know.
But they know.
They know what the kid writes.
And that's not. He used AI to help him with research, so they aren't even really alleging that AI wrote his paper.
Yeah.
So I think it's just that the rules are muddy here, and that's what they're arguing about.
He cheated.
Student was accused of cheating when he used AI to help complete a paper. To not even write, to help complete a paper.
Seems vague.
Right. And that's what the parents are saying. It's
how much research was in the report?
Right.
That's the question. Right?
Right.
And was it lifted and just copied? Interesting. That's an interesting argument.
Right. And this is a big thing. This is where we're at with AI.
Did he have to do a breakfast club detention or?
He had to do a Saturday detention. He had to redo the paper.
How much can AI actually instruct a kid to generate a report? Those.
I mean, it can write the whole paper for you, but your teacher's going to know.
You should have AI critique the AI generated generated report and see what AI thinks of the other AI. The AI can fact check the AI.
I believe it can.
So what's he supposed to do? Is he supposed to go to the library and pull out some dusty encyclopedias? I mean, what Google? I mean, what's acceptable?
And that's what they're saying.
Right.
There needs to be clear rules that teachers can actually articulate to the kids so that they know what they can and cannot do with AI when it comes to their schoolwork.
I mean, isn't this kind of like where it's headed anyways?
Yes.
It's like if a kid learns to type on a processor or like a word processor instead of an old typewriter.
Right. And I don't know where I stand on it either. If you have AI summarizing a chapter for you, is that terrible? I don't know. Because really you end up you're able to get more information, I suppose. I don't know.
So say you isolate kids into a classroom. You give them a pencil and some paper. And you say, all right, you've got 3 hours right here in this classroom. You can't leave. Well, you can take a bathroom break. But you have to generate a paper right now. Or a report, whatever they call it, on the whatever battle, pick a battle. What are your options? Books, Google, a form of AI to outline the major battle points.
Right.
I mean, isn't it all kind of the same if he's still writing the report?
Right.
Aren't the external searches the same? Right. All the same?
Yeah.
You can't change the facts of the battle.
Right. AI is basically summarizing it for you.
Yeah, and spitting it out in better form.
I mean, right, unless you're using Chat GPT to write some of it for you.
Right.
Which it doesn't sound like that's what was happening.
Yeah, if you see him writing, what makes a difference where it comes from?
I don't know.
Very strange.
Right.
This is a strange argument. I didn't have to worry about this in school. I just cheated off my girlfriend.
Did you?
Yeah, kind of.
Man.
Dude, I was student council president. I didn't have time to do research.
What did you do as president of student council?
Well, I organized various food drives and
did you?
And such.
And such?
Parties.
What kind of parties?
Craig, what was his name? We had a part. Well, I was kind of in charge of where the parties were going to be. Yeah.
For the school?
No, for us.
Outside of school. Yeah. So, okay.
I basically am doing the same thing I did as a senior. Okay. I'm still doing it.
Okay. I figured.
This weekend, it just happens to be in the Edge of Dells.
Okay.
Zero has changed.
Oh my God.
Zero. What was your grade point average in school?
I don't know, like about a 3, I think. 3 point something.
Ouch. Anyways, boy, how about those Packers?
Yeah, what was yours?
They are unbelievable. We got them on the run now.
What was your GPA?
Jordan Love's really.
Why are you avoiding?
Really coming around. I took my senior year off. I was like an attaché to the world.
What do you mean? You took
I was
your
like an
senior year
attaché
off?
for the senior student body at Lexington High School to the world. I was showing people the possibilities.
What do you mean you took it off?
Of the world. Well, I had all my required classes taken.
Yeah.
So I was an F up as a senior. I didn't have to do anything. I was just the president. Wait a minute. This sounds a lot like China. I knew then as I weaved and planned parties. See? Tariff over here, party at Craig Schuster's house Saturday night. This is called the weave. Oh, yeah.
So did you go to school your senior year?
I did. By the way, I'm talking about drinking in the morning? Just so you know, that was just for seniors on Gas Road. We didn't drink when we were freshmen in the morning.
Right.
You only did it as it was a senior right. So you're like their last month of school, you would go to Gas Road, and only seniors were allowed to go there. Anybody else would get their butt kicked. And that was the tradition. So we drink in the morning before we went to school. It's not like I was an alcoholic when I was a sophomore. It was a senior tradition for a month. That's the last month of school is what you did there. Yeah.
Okay.
I know you. I was thinking about you guys were looking at me like I was a raging alcoholic when I was 14.
It's still.
I was a nerd. I was a non-weed, non-drinking nerd in school. Oh yeah.
That was good.
Yeah, man. I was crazy.
What was drinking age back then? Was it 21 still?
No, I think it was 18.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Were you 18 when you were a senior?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty cool. But no, everybody knew it was just one of those little dumb things. You take your girlfriend, you go to Gas Road, have yourself a couple of schlitz,
Yeah.
go to school.
Throw a couple fingers in a stink garage and go to school.
This is weird, and I don't want to Uncle Rico this, but when I go home, I still drive out to Gas Road and I sit there. I know. Is that pathetic or is that kind of? Thank you. I appreciate that.
That's very sentimental.
Those are great memories, man.
Yeah.
Those are still great memories. And it's very scenic out there. It's very pretty out there. It's very nice. I think I barfed there 2 or 3 times. Anyways, how are you?
I don't really know what to say right now. You threw a lot at me just then.
It was a lot. Felt like a lot. Felt like, let me see. Wrap up the AI. Bring it home. Weave it.
So you're saying your senior year is when you started your bachelor's degree in drinking, and you're slowly now that you do taste tests on the radio every other week, you're enhancing that degree.
Yes. Well, I took what I knew. I mean, I you gotta whatever you're a natural at. This is how the progression of life is. You stick with what you know.
There's only one problem. You still haven't answered her question.
Oh, what's the question?
What was your CPA?
I was in the 2s. It was horrible.
You can't spin it and have all your listeners forget
it was
the
horrible. I got A's in debate class.
Who wants to hear the answer to questions? Let's dance. Let's just dance.
Let's make a survey. I do. Okay, take the next caller.
Well, here I'll tell you what I did. I dropped out of chemistry and I dropped out of algebra. I hated it. But I got straight A's in debate and biology. Isn't that weird? Because I loved it.
Yeah.
Isn't it weird how you get great grades in something you actually pay attention to?
ADHD, buddy.
And love it? Yeah, it's cool, man. I love dissecting frogs. Memorized all the little parts. It was great. I thought about going into biology, but then you needed math and science. I'm like, I suck. I'm just going to drink on Gas Road and be an attaché. And I'm going to dissect my girlfriend, if you know what I'm saying.
Jesus Christ.
And that's how we roll.
Dumbing down your smartphone. One podcast at a time. Listen, rate, and subscribe to the JJO Morning Show podcast. Get up. with Johnny and D. JJO.
Hi. Here's the story. A woman in the UK died after an ottoman bed fell and trapped her.
Jeez.
Helen Davey, 39, was leaning over the storage area of the bed when the mattress platform unexpectedly came down and trapped her neck.
Ooh.
Yeah, brutal, right?
The Ottoman strikes back.
Ottoman beds have a base that can be raised to access a storage space underneath. The base is usually raised using gas lift hydraulics.
Damn.
Her daughter, Elizabeth, found her mom after coming home from getting her hair did.
Yeah.
Now, Elizabeth, the daughter, told the court in a statement that she went upstairs and found her mom lying on her back with her head under the bed and her legs bent as if she was trying to get up. It was bad.
That sounds like when the Wicked Witch of the West got crushed by the house with the ruby slippers on. Mm-hmm. Oh, no. Oh.
Only she probably had like her Uggs on or something.
The cat's already starting to eat her toes.
Yeah, dude.
You know, because they're hungry.
She tried to lift the top of the bed off her mom, but the bed was no longer a soft close and could easily fall. It was so heavy for me to lift up and to try to pull her out. She said, yeah, I'm sure. Her face was blue and there was an indent on her neck from the frame.
Oh, my God.
She noticed her mom was not breathing, started CPR until paramedics arrived. Paramedics tried to save her, but she was pronounced dead at the scene. She died of positional asphyxia, according to the coroner. Her death was ruled accidental. Now, the coroner also noted that the bed probably pushed Davy down and ended up on her back, and she ended up on her back when she was struggling to get up. Ugh. One of the bed's 2 gas lift pistons were defective.
Oh, yeah. There it is. Yeah. Made some
I
Chinese.
smell a lawsuit.
Smell a lawsuit. Wow, that's horrible.
It's terrible.
It's like she got power bombed, like a wrestling move, and by her Ottoman. Oh, hey.
Careful for the Ottoman.
The greatest, and I only know of one, where somebody almost got killed by a bed. Can you name it? This would be great.
By a bed.
It's got to be the greatest game show trivia question ever.
Killed by a bed.
Almost killed by a bed. It's one of the greatest movies ever in the history of the movies.
I don't know.
Okay, I'll give you a name. I'll give you a clue. Brennan. It's like password.
I have no idea.
Dale.
Earnhardt.
Step.
Oh, brothers.
Brothers. Remember when they built the bunk beds? And then Brennan got crushed when Dale jumped up on top.
Oh. I never seen Step Brothers. Don't be mad at me.
I think one of the greatest scenes in a movie ever is when those guys are sleepwalking. And then Mary Steenburgen says, don't wake him up. The worst thing you can do is sleepwalkers wake him up. Anyways, sorry. Went off on a tangent.
It's okay. It's been a thing this morning.
Can you remember another scene where somebody's been almost decapitated by a bed?
No.
Killed by a bed? I can't even think of one. Hey, that sucks. So just kind of snapped her neck, as they say in the business.
No, it didn't snap her neck, or that's how she would have died. It choked her.
Oh, gotcha.
It choked her.
They do kind of, when you look at an Ottoman, when you think about an Ottoman, they do kind of like an accident waiting to happen, don't they?
Yeah. Well, in this one, it sounds like there was like storage space in the bed, so I don't know.
What's the thing called where the bed goes into the wall? What's that thing called? What's that one?
So here, I'm gonna...
Hideaway? Those look like they could crush somebody, too.
So, is this one it?
Gas shocks. Hey, dude. It's like shocks on a car. They fail. I mean, what the hell?
China lawsuit.
China.
An Ottoman bed.
No. Is that a Murphy?
I
don't know my bed name.
Dude, I don't know.
You son of a... Don't make me Google.
I just friggin' sleep in it.
Name of beds. Twin, queen, daybed, twin, king, futon, air, California, full, couch, Murphy, storage, canopy, upholster, poster. Yeah, doubly. Yeah.
Ottoman bed with...
Got your daybed, your couch bed, your Murphy bed, canopy bed. What's a Murphy bed? Murphy bed has been pulled out from the wall.
Oh, like this.
Murphy bed is the wall bed. Yep. There it is. That's an Ottoman.
So she was like going into the storage area of the bed.
Why do Ottomans look so uncomfortable? You got a thin RV mattress on there. They don't even look that comfortable. Anybody have an ottoman? Are they comfortable?
Ottoman storage bed.
I mean, you can't put a big mattress on it. You won't be able to lift it.
Oh, man, here's one from Wayfair. Hey, do you all remember?
We got just what you need.
Do you remember when everybody thought, not everybody, let me rephrase that. Do you remember when all the crazy people in your life thought Wayfair was sending children out? Do you remember that?
I do. In packages. Yes.
Yeah.
It's like you would order
See, like right here it says
a
the
bed.
Helene.
Yes.
And
yes.
then so they were like, oh,
Yes.
Helene is the kid's
And a
name.
little Filipino kid would pop out of the bed wrapping. Yeah, where did that start? Good God. Have you no couth people? I mean,
oh, man, we have been through some things together, y'all.
You know, we're gonna. Wow. If you want a little Asian kid, just go to the basement of the pizza place there and get it like everybody else does. What is going on?
So in Salem's Lot, I guess there was a bed scene.
Oh, really?
Maybe.
Salem's Lot.
I don't know. Yeah, Murphy bed.
I mean, you've got scenes in a bed like, The Exorcist, where she's in bed most of the movie. But I'm just saying like a bed, like a
bed death scene.
like a how about Seven, where that dude ate his own tongue in the bed? That was a super creeper.
Yeah, they had
Talk about dead
all the
people
air
in bed.
fresheners hanging out because he was like rotting alive in the bed.
Yeah, those were pretty well done.
Yeah, man, that was a great movie.
Another death bed scene. Let's make it. I was trying to think. A bed scene.
Pet Cemetery, the chick was in the bed in the back room with what'd she have wrong with her back? The sister was in the back room.
I mean, there's a lot of pornos with beds.
Thanks, John.
Probably not what we're looking for.
Probably not.
You shut up. Bed scenes. I don't know.
Christ almighty.
Bed scenes. So that's kind of a lawsuit waiting to happen, isn't it?
You would think one of the Pistons failed.
Yeah, absolutely. And the piston, I guess. I guess you could have a mattress if you got some good heavy duty pistons working for you. But what a way to go! Ouch.
Yeah, and only 39.
It doesn't
seems
sound
like a freak accident.
It doesn't sound like it was a quick death either. What a crappy, kind of like
she was trying to get up, but it was
you kind of can't scream, and you're
right.
But you're not dead yet,
and it's too heavy for you to.
Yeah, and then you can't move it
because the piston died, so that you can't lift it because it's too heavy.
Mm-hmm.
God damn!
Wow, not fun.
It's terrible.
That's horrible.
Ottoman. I don't like it.
I'm gonna go bury my ottoman.
Yep.
Ottomans. I had futons up until well into the 2000s.
Yeah, dude.
God, they were not comfortable.
No.
Maybe they got more comfortable. Mine was lumpy.
God, and I remember my futon mattress was like such a pain in the ass to move.
But I could get it in the back of my Camaro, in the trunk of my Camaro. That's why I brought it up from Alabama when I moved here.
I had a wooden one.
Yeah, so did I.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it fit in the trunk of my car. I could fold it.
Yeah, it was folded. It came apart. So it went in like 3 different sections.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But the mattress was like super cumbersome to move.
Love cumbersome.
Man, I put some miles on that futon. Miles of pipe, if you know what I mean.
It's weird we haven't come up with a better way to operate an ottoman. It's still kind of...
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how else... What would be a better way? I don't know. Ropes and pulleys, I don't know. Maybe a sliding device. I don't know how that would work. I mean, on the surface, it's how many people have died from ottoman death? 1? We're probably okay.
Yeah,
I would
I'm
imagine.
Not sure it needs to be banned.
I would imagine more people die falling out of bed than they do getting their neck snapped by an ottoman.
The origin of the Ottoman. Ottomans came about in the 18th century in Turkey, which was ruled by the Ottoman Empire.
Oh.
Turkish carpet weavers, the weave.
Yeah, all right, we got that covered. The weave.
Are credited with designing the Ottoman. The name Ottoman comes from the empire, which was named after its founder, Osman I. The early design was a low wooden platform covered with cushions. It was often the main piece of seating in a room and was usually arranged to wrap around 3 walls. Over time, the Ottoman evolved into smaller freestanding versions that could be used for extra seating. In the 19th century, Ottomans became more circular and octagonal in shape and were often used with padded columns for arms for seating. Ottoman was introduced to Europe in the late 18th century. That's it. That's all I have on Ottomans. How many deaths by Ottoman?
Well, let's wait for the class action lawsuit. We'll jump on board.
You know I'm
Get
on it.
Couple of bucks.
You know I'm on
Well,
it.
I mean, are Ottomans making a comeback because nobody can afford a house or can buy a house? Not affordability, I guess. Maybe it's
I don't think they ever went away.
access to a house. Really, it would make sense if you got a kid with a crap load of toys, right?
Yeah, I mean for storage, they're fantastic. We have one woman that died from an Ottoman.
In the whole history of the Ottoman Empire?
It's literally the only Ottoman death I can find.
Mm-hmm. How did she die?
The story I just read.
Oh, that was it? The one we just read? Oh, I thought there was another one.
Oh, here we go. This isn't how they die, but they were found inside an Ottoman bed in an apartment, and I have a feeling they were killed separately and just stored inside a bed. Well, there you go.
What was the mother? I mean, was she older?
She was 39.
39, that's not old enough. Huh. All right.
This Ottoman bed story is awful. Stepmom stuck in a bed porn will never be the same. What's wrong with you people?
Stuck in a bed porn. I wrap my head around that. Oh, that'd be a ditty party, I guess. I guess the door's locked and you're strapped down to the bedpost. Okay? All the dildies in the lube or in the storage of the Ottoman. Ouch. Gas lift hydraulics.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
think
careful where you put your head, I guess.
I mean, think of the stress on those pistons, though. I mean, you're looking at
right.
I mean, that's. You'd think they would have like a piston on a door on an SUV on a back end that opens
that's what
up.
I was just thinking. Yeah.
You'd think there'd be more support on the side than there would be just pistons on the back.
Or like,
and then what do you put it up like a car hood? And then
right.
you pull the thing. That doesn't seem very safe.
That doesn't seem right.
It's got to be heavy as hell. You ever lift a mattress?
But it's also like I said, this is the only lady. This is the only story we have of someone dying from it. So it's clearly not that big of an issue.
No need to panic yet.
Right. But whatever, dude.
Wear a helmet or something when you're operating your Ottoman.
Wear a neck brace.
Wear a neck brace and
Jesus Christ.
It's a 2-person operation, I guess.
I guess. Don't go in there without your.
But now the thing about if you have an Ottoman, think if you had an Ottoman for 20 years and you're listening to this right now.
Yeah.
And you've never changed the shocks like a car. It's the last thing you think about.
Totally.
The gas shock on the Ottoman.
And you just go in there to get your winter clothes out.
Get your, whatever, blankets, whatever you got under there. Your comforter, whatever.
Next thing you know, you're dead, Jim.
One gas shock goes out.
It just seems it's just like such a freak accident. You never know.
Well, probably at a time when there was no shock, you needed a couple of people to lift it up. That's probably why there were thin mattresses on there.
Right. Well, and I don't think the Ottoman bed was a thing until recently.
Yeah. What'd you put the date at on the Ottoman?
It was a long, long time ago.
Yeah.
But it used to be just like a storage, like a footstool. You know what I mean? Like that's a little more manageable. You're not going to get your head stuck in the footstool. So, all right.
Go air mattress, man. How many people have died, killed by air mattresses?
Probably more than Ottomans.
What would a death by an airbed be?
Suffocated.
Like a tornado storm come by and you go flying out the tunnel.
Suffocating the rubber.
Yeah, let me see. But what a way to go. Death by air mattress. Let's see what comes up. 16 people. Oh, infants. Oh, that sucks. 11. He's bit my tongue. 11 suffocated in a face-down position on an air mattress. 5 to suffocation falling into gaps between the mattress. Oh, no. Not only do they suck for your back, they try to kill you. I can't. I used to be able to do it. I sleep on an air mattress now. Every bone in my body goes to sleep in 10 minutes.
Really?
I can't do it.
We slept on an air mattress camping over the weekend.
And it starts with my hips. It starts with my hips and just expands out. There's just no pressure relief on an air mattress. I don't know. Can't do it. Cannot do it.
We do it, but we have a big, thick foam pad. So it's basically a twofer.
Mm-hmm.
All right, then, I don't know. Careful with your ottoman, brah.
Replay today the JJO Morning Show podcast. Get up with Johnny and D. JJO.
Former Indiana Sheriff Jamie Noel sentenced to 15 years in prison as part of a plea deal. A long-time Republican operative. That always makes them sound like it's nefarious. An operative. Right. Jamie Noel could spend upwards of a decade in prison after a judge accepted his guilty pleas to more than a dozen felony charges in court on Monday. The plea deal brings to a close to Noel's portion of the case, dubbed the largest in agency history by state police, but other investigations are ongoing. He was originally charged with 31 felonies for allegedly misusing money from the fire and EMS departments, which he oversaw. He pleaded guilty to 27 of those in August. Special Judge Larry Medlock of Washington County officially accepted Noel's plea following 2 hours of victim testimony in open court on Monday. 21 statements were provided, including from members of law enforcement who formerly worked with or under Noel, and by Hoosiers in Clark County and neighboring communities whose lives have been upended by the former sheriff's actions. In many cases described, it was Noel's mismanagement of millions in taxpayer dollars, which victims said will scar their families and communities for years to come. As firefighters, first responders, and public servants, we take a higher oath. We are held to a higher standard of integrity, said Roger Montgomery Jr., who's just figuring out that not all of them are great. A first responder who worked for Noel from 2005 to 2011. Montgomery said firefighters and paramedics lacked proper equipment under Noel's command, and that emergency personnel were tasked with driving Noel's personal limousines.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes leaving just one firefighter on duty and putting citizens' lives in jeopardy. He said, too, that non-emergency transfers were often prioritized over 911 calls because those runs netted more money from Medicare and Medicaid.
Oh, boy.
It gets worse. Jamie Noel has betrayed the trust of the public and any first responder or anyone else that's ever worn a badge or taken that oath. He did so knowingly and willingly for personal gain, and that personal gain was put ahead of patients and the lives of people that worked for him. Noel, who appeared in court shackled and wearing an orange jumpsuit, was mostly expressionless at the defense table during Monday's hearing, though he broke into tears after a letter written by his niece offered a stark rebuke. Grandma and Grandpa would be very disappointed.
Sorry about your butthole in prison.
He was emotional as he read a prepared statement which mostly emphasized his family's innocence. It's all my fault. My family were victims of my deceit, like everyone else, and I hope they can forgive me, he said before reciting a Catholic prayer.
Yeah, now just pray like hell on your deathbed, huh?
He agreed to plead guilty to charges of theft, money laundering, corrupt business influence, official misconduct, obstruction of justice, and tax evasion. 4 charges of ghost employment were dismissed as part of the plea agreement. You've tarnished the badge and failed everyone in law enforcement, Medlock told Noel before the sentencing. The judge said he would have preferred a harsher sentence, but worried that doing so could make the case ripe for an appeal. Noel now begins a 15-year prison sentence, with 3 of those years suspended to probation. With approval from the judge, he will get credit for time served beginning June 8th, blah, 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 blah. The victims, the judge addressed the court. So he agreed to pay back more than $3.1 million.
Wow. Yeah, where's he going to get that from?
I'm shocked that was not laundered at the
I'll
local
agree.
casino all over the country.
Yeah, right. I can agree to that, too. I'll pay it back, sure.
Wow.
Oh, my God. That's crazy. So that's a
Scumbag.
lot of money. So, using findings from a long-term Indiana State Police investigation, state prosecutors allege Knoll used millions of taxpayer dollars from the Utica Volunteer Firefighters Association and New Chapel EMS to buy cars, planes, vacations, clothing, and other personal luxury purchases. Investigators said public funds were also used to pay for college tuition and child support. This guy. The disgraced former sheriff additionally admitted to tasking county employees with jobs related to his personal collection of classic cars. At least 40 vehicles were confiscated by law enforcement, including a bevy of classics, such as two 1970 Plymouth Superbirds, a 1959 Corvette, and 1966 and 1968 Chargers, according to search warrant returns. Court docs further point to at least $33,000 worth of public funds used by Knoll to make contributions to various Republican candidates and campaigns between 2020 and 2023. So he's stealing tax money and donating it to campaigns? You son of a bitch. Wow. Indiana State Police Superintendent Doug Carter, who addressed the court on Monday, recalled conversations about money management with Knoll as far back as 2015. But Carter said Knoll searched for power, control, and money rather than striving to build public trust. Politics should never be the number one priority, but it was for Jamie, Carter said. Knoll's wife, Misty, queen of the trailer court, who has since filed for divorce from her husband, and daughter Casey separately face charges for theft and tax evasion. Both have pleaded not guilty. Indiana Governor Eric Holcomb said in August that a pardon for Knoll would not come from his administration. But the governor is a longtime associate and friend of Knoll's.
This goes farther.
Yep.
This is the
so
P. Diddy list.
I wonder if he's one that got a campaign contributions from him.
For sure.
Oh, yeah.
Knoll led Holcomb's campaign in 2016 and was part of his transition team. He also served as chairman of Holcomb's re-election bid, and prior to Holcomb attended President Donald Trump's inauguration in Washington, D.C. on a personal invitation from former Governor Mike Pence's mother, who is Trump's vice president, of course. He additionally faces several civil cases, including two lodged by Indiana Attorney General Todd Rokita in an effort to force Knoll to pay back the state agencies he allegedly took public funds from to pay for personal spending. In one lawsuit, Rokita said Knoll should be required to reimburse the Clark County Jail Commissionary Fund more than $900,000 for funds misappropriated, diverted, or misapplied, which were cited in an audit report filed by the State Board of Accounts in February. He also requested a restraining order that would temporarily restrict Knoll from selling real estate properties, stocks and bonds, vehicles, firearms, clothing, and jewelry.
Take it all.
Yep.
Dude, those Superbirds.
Separately, he's also facing a lawsuit filed by the children of his deceased brother, Leon. They allege that he stole from their inheritance when he managed their father's estate.
I'm telling you, once you go down that path, they turn into...
No wonder I'd cry in court, too, if you took my jet away.
Hold on. It remains uncertain whether Knoll will qualify for public pensions.
What?
How does that remain uncertain?
I think that's just...
I'll tell you what. You give your pension up, we'll only make you sit for 12 years in jail. How's that sound?
I think that's how if they do that, that's how they're going to pay it back. Because he ain't going to do it.
OJ got to keep his pension with the NFL.
Right.
Even though he murdered everybody in California. Got to keep his pension.
The whole state murdered the whole state.
Murdered.
That's how they're going to get their money back, though.
Right. They're going to take that pension.
They're going to be like, here, take this. Because otherwise, what are they going to do?
It'll be
How are they going to get their money?
Sure. I mean,
he's not going to be a greeter at Costco
I'd
or
be
something.
shocked if that wasn't already plea bargained in the deal somewhere. Dude, those Superbirds. You said he had two Superbirds?
Yeah.
Why are you saying it like that?
Because a 1970 or 71 Superbird with the 440 in it. That's a god. Superbird. Superbird. Those are $500,000 cars. Are you crazy?
Well, at least that pays off that $900,000.
Wow.
So, Special Prosecutor Rick Hertel of Ripley County said in a news briefing after the hearing that he was not sure what could transpire with potential pensions, but said he's awaiting further direction from the court on the restitution process. So, yeah.
God damn. And all of those
That's so much money.
all of those political connections. If he wouldn't have been so goddamn greedy, he would have been fine. He would have been
just
fine.
Stayed under the radar.
Sure.
No,
absolutely.
no.
Friggin' Trump could have given some of that super PAC fund, man, and just taken care of it.
Unbelievable.
Wow. Wow. That's so much money. So greedy.
I've
got to have 100 cars.
Thieves, man. Thieves are the worst.
Right.
I've got to have 100 sports cars.
Meanwhile, the firefighters don't have the equipment they need.
Nothing
but
looks
he's
suspicious.
Got two
No.
Superbird.
Superbird.
Superbird. Superbird. Dude. Yeah. Superbird. Superbird.
Oh, Superbird.
That's how they said it back in the 70s. That's how
They said Superbird.
Superbird. Superbird. Well, F that guy. There's a hearty F you to you, my friend. A big hearty F you.
No kidding.
I'm shocked there was any money left.
That's so much money.
He probably had $3 million in cars. At least half the cars.
That's what I'm saying. That's
Yeah.
a lot of money coming in.
Wow.
Think about that.
How many years did he?
I know.
Superbird.
Superbird.
How many years did he? Did it take him to get all of that money? How long was the crime spree?
Well, so that dude was talking to him about his misappropriation of funds back in 2015.
Okay.
So how long has it been going on for?
Wow. If he would have just taken a little at a time. Like Lance is doing with his
First of
company.
all,
He just skims just a little off some of the
.0
sound lounge trips. That's all you got to do.
Just your bonuses.
0.01%.
You take like 200. Well, there's $50. What are you
It's
gonna do
gonna
with
take
the?
you a long time.
25. You're getting a little
buddy.
bit.
Man, oh man.
What are you getting paid these days, huh?
So now you get to go to jail with the people you put in jail. You know what movie that was from? Tango and Cash. Oh yeah.
I love that he was crying in
I
his
know.
orange jumpsuit and his pink handcuffs. Like, take that, you son of a bitch.
Where's your Jesus now?
Yeah.
How long did he get again?
He got it was 15 years, but there was a couple years shaved off for probation and then some for time served. So about a decade he's going to serve.
Look how untouchable you are when you're a sheriff.
A decade.
I mean, what's
He's
after sheriff? Governor? Mayor? What's after sheriff?
Yeah, I would suppose governor, right?
Sheriff's,
Yeah.
It goes like sheriff, mayor, governor, president, whatever. Well, senator, congressman, I guess. But what would be over that?
I don't know.
You know what's over sheriff?
Jesus.
Deb Carey. And then it goes governor and president.
That's why
we got to
they're
bring
let-
Deb Carey into this one.
They're going to let him out in 10 years, so they want him to work so that they can get that stuff back.
Oh, make
There's
him
no point in having him sitting there.
make him write traffic
Yeah,
tickets.
because they got to get something.
Oh, I like that. Make him work it off.
That's why the jail time isn't as long as it would be.
You know, if it was
They
a
need 'em out
public,
working.
if it was a public fund, that's one thing. But when you're stealing from the fire department fund, it's probably for victims or firefighters killed or families of firefighters killed. You need to sit in jail the rest of your life.
He's going to get out. He's going to be like that Billy McFarland guy.
Yeah.
He's going to get out and he's just going to start scamming right away.
Yeah.
Yep.
The grift never ends.
Doing
dude.
great. What they should do is tie him to a tree and then shoot him with paintball guns. I have all the firefighters be able to.
I'm totally into that. Just shoot
Well,
my
and
ass cheeks,
like
Lance.
it
Oh,
sounds
yeah.
like wow.
Tell me you're saving that sound bit right there.
Superbird! Superbird!
Find that.
What?
Find that.
Is happening?
You're going to be finding another job. You don't settle down over there. Because I'm the sheriff in this town, pal. I'm the sheriff here.
Oh my
Good.
Lord.
I hate that you're my boss. It gives me nightmares. I hate it. I used to like coming to work.
What's happening?
Now they talk about how I talk funny. Super big. Anywho, great
knew
story.
it.
That's a great story. That makes me feel good about my life. I mean,
Oh, good.
I mean, you sink into that level. Did you say it was gambling or not gambling?
I don't know. I was just taking a wild guess because that's a lot of money to disappear.
If he was getting into sports betting, you're going down the rabbit hole.
Because that's so much money to go away. In addition to the money he was already making.
Yeah. You're just stealing the cover losses.
I was just throwing that out there,
right?
Because he wasn't using drugs. So what's the next thing that's usually on the list?
Yeah.
Whores and gambling.
Yeah.
And
I'm sure. It's easy to gamble and it's not your money.
But he was, you know what, though? He was paying for political connections, it sounded like. He was on that power trip.
Right. Like he was all like, if I pay enough, I get the seat at the table.
That's exactly right.
But politicians don't like power.
That's right.
They like to do stuff for the public good.
They're doing it. They're
well, why didn't you tell me that? I didn't know that.
They're here to serve us. For the people.
Well, that's awesome.
They don't take power.
They're not here for money.
The JJO Morning Show podcast with Johnny and D. Listen, rate, subscribe. Catch a new show every Monday through Friday, 6 till 10 a.m. on 94.1 JJO or streaming anywhere in the JJO app. Johnny and D, nowhere but JJO.